Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setups for today. So we tried to trade a retest, as I mentioned in the Telegram channel yesterday, and got blown out the water. But it's actually an interesting lesson there, which I'll get to later in the video. At the moment, we are sideways. We've been sideways most of the week, and the week before was also sideways. So just quite a bit of volatility. This week's been a bit tight, and then we're going into quite a volatile section here. One thing to bear in mind is that Amazon blew away their results. The forecast, they just shattered the forecast properly. And NASDAQ didn't really respond, even after the day before we had some good results as well. So all the FANG stocks have been really good been excellent results actually. But nothing really got the market excited at the moment. So I think before we get going, I just want to get on to two things. So the first thing is this level of 4,200. The bulls are going to want a weekly close above that. Okay, they're going to want a green bar and a weekly close because we do have this hanging man inside bar here. Okay, it is green, so probability of it being turning out to be a bearish pattern is not that high. And on the monthly, we have a fairly strong monthly bar, which in my opinion could turn out to be an exhaustion bar, but we'll only know that next week. So for now, if we come down to levels we can trade, you can see some pretty clear levels, and there was the first one, which was 41, basically 4,200 area, but naturally I'll get to that now, just to explain what happened here just now in the 1 hour. And we've got a sideways range here, back to the bottom of the range. Buyers stepped in and drove the market up. At the moment, we did have a good daily close above 4,200 during normal trading hours. Remember, the day before was during pre-market. So you can see we closed there on the 4,200, just below it, and then we gapped up pre-market. So yesterday was a day where we now have a close above 4,200 during normal market hours. Okay, so let's have a look at this. The first thing is you can see this area of support here. I gave you the entry here, which I said was 41.94 was the entry I gave you here on the Telegram. And it kind of held at first. If I actually come down to the 15-minute here, you can see a nice pin bar off here. Great opportunity to get in on this. One bar up and then down to come and take my stop. The stop was pretty much below this level here of 41.82. Now, what's happened here is the institutions know that the retail traders are going to be trading a range break retest, because there's our range. You can make the hour so it's clearer. There's my range. We broke up above it. All the retail traders are licking their lips. We're waiting for an opportunity here because it's a high probability trade. So we sit with our entry here and we have our stop below the range, because that's what we're taught. That's the way it's supposed to be done. And the institutions know that. All the AIs, computers that you're trading against, they all know that as well. And they have access to more information than what we do, based on the number of positions sitting in certain areas. And I can guarantee you there were a lot of retail traders sitting right here with their stop. And what happened? Came down, and then as soon as the stops had been triggered, this moved down. Institutions would have banked their profits, changed direction, and immediately it reversed up. Okay, now that's just the way the market works. So you've got a few choices. You either keep your stops even wider. So maybe look for the next area, which is what I sometimes do. But in this case, this move was already a massive 150 points, and I don't like doing more than 150 points stop loss on this market, especially not with a full position. So that's basically what happened. So at the moment, this area is the area we need to watch. So 41.95, 4,200. This is the area we need to watch. If we can hold this area today, I would expect at least this gap to close, and possibly a retest of the highs, or maybe even a break above that. So that's kind of what I suspect is going to be on offer for today. So yeah, nothing else I can add to that. I think what you need to bear in mind is, now this is what the institutions are out to do. They're out to take your money. As simple as that. So for every buyer, there's got to be a seller. And sometimes that institution is your broker. Just bear that in mind. So your broker is on the other end of the trade, and they know where your positions are, know where your stops are. And don't kid yourself that it's not a rigged game. It's a horribly rigged game. Okay, enough of a rant at the moment. So I think this is actually a pretty good buying opportunity. Stop is again below the low of yesterday. I would do this in a smaller position. I wouldn't take a full position. So have a look at that. Just bear in mind that the DAX is not looking really exciting. It could be going back to the top of its range, or it could break the downside, which would trigger a head and shoulders. If that happens, then Europe is going to have a down day today, and their monthly chart's not looking too good either. So just bear that in mind, because that'll more than likely influence the US markets. We don't have much catalyst coming through. We had noise yesterday, and today we've got a lot of the oil companies coming out with earnings. So it'll be interesting to see what's happening there and what their forecast is moving forward, to see if the global recovery is actually on the cards or not. That's kind of my ramble for the day. For me, I think going to take another stab at a long here, but we'll shout it out on the Telegram channel later on if I see something. At the moment, I think there was a bit of profit taking there of all the institutions just licking their lips with a nice big move down and big move up, all sitting in the pub patting each other on the back. And at the moment, I think Asia's just drifted slightly lower. But I think as Europe starts waking up, you'll probably find value buyers stepping in here and saying, well, here's a good opportunity to buy for another move to the upside. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. Bit of a 50-50 call at the moment, but last things, sorry, missed something here. And that is that. So we have a flag here. So look at the 15-minute. You can see a nice pin bar there. Probably my fault, should have waited for a second move, but typically on a pin bar you don't often get second moves. And then we had another story of 3 down here with higher lows all the way. Great opportunity down here at the bottom. Anyway, break retest. I don't know what we're breaking. Looks like we'll be breaking this area here. That looks like the most logical thing at the moment, and it's 155. So 4200. So break and retest 4200. Stay above it. That's an opportunity to buy into this at the moment for a measured move. And your measured move, in my humble opinion, is going to be this. There you go. Up to that measured move up there, which is 42.42. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.